growing evidence that Islamic State fighters in Syria have managed to secure their own border posts and even dug trenches under the nose of the Turkish army. Lizzie Phelan went to investigate.
We're on the Turkish side of the border crossing with Jarablus, which is under the control of ISIS. When we zoom across the border, on top of this pink building, we can clearly see an ISIS flag. We're super close to ISIS fighters now. We can see some of their vehicles moving just across this fence. Sometimes we hear their announcements over the loudspeakers saying things like, "God help ISIS in its fight." In between this fence and a trench that you can see in the distance is mines laid by the Turkish army. But that trench was dug by ISIS fighters over the course of months in broad daylight, right under the nose of local people living here, and also under the nose of the Turkish army. Round the corner we can see some of the construction equipment that's left over that they used to dig that trench. We'll try to get a couple of shots of it before we go. Just over here is a local school that's also been shut down because of rockets being fired by ISIS into this area. Now, as you can see, this is part of the wall that's being built. Oh, police. Keep rolling, because this could be interesting, okay?
A close shave in a country that's become notorious for its crackdown on journalists. But this time, local police seem more frustrated by their orders to interrupt our work than our work itself, which is about how ISIS, strikingly visible from here, came to control 98 kilometers of the border. Bülent is one of the few who remain in this town, which has been left in economic ruins by the war next door.
I can help you if you want to cross. You have to wear a burqa.
I'll wear the burqa.
But you're not going to identify yourself as a journalist. Otherwise, you are gone.
Turkish President Erdogan's government has become keen to show that it's tough on ISIS. National headlines are increasingly filled with reports of operations against the group. But Bülent shows us video after video of what he's been witnessing on his doorstep. That tells a different story.
Look, let me tell you, if the army gets the order, it will only take 24 hours for them to finish ISIS over there. These are the trenches ISIS dug. We could see them.
So you guys could see them doing that from here?
Yes, we could easily watch them doing it. It's very close to the border, like 50 meters away. If you can see the trenches from here now, you should have seen them being dug with all that big equipment.
But when ISIS was entrenching itself in Jarablus, reportedly surrounding the town with mines to make it practically impossible for civilians to flee, it wasn't just Turkish security services that looked the other way.
Everyone saw them digging trenches, including the coalition planes.
Whenever we saw a coalition plane in the sky, we would say, "Hey, there's a fake."
Locals argue this wall is a symbol of how belated Western pressure led to more visible measures by the Turkish government to close down its border. But for the people, it's too little, too late.
People are still voting for them, but they're brainless. Look, I swear to God, I won't vote for the AKP even if they offer me the whole town. They are traitors. How can you trust them, the ones who let this happen?
The guys are starting to get a bit nervous because we are very close to ISIS and they're worried about snipers. So we're going to get out of here.
Lizzie Phelan in Turkey for RT.